to our channel CodeRebel. For today, we are solving the Leetcode daily problem of a Leetcode count elements with maximum frequency. We have got an excited lined up for a Leetcode daily challenges series. In this video, we are diving into a problem of a Leetcode count elements with maximum frequency. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe button and bell the icons today to join our coding community CodeRebel. Before we jump into the problem, make sure to get these videos, and if you are ready, coding adventure, alright, let's crack the code today. Leetcode challenges. This is our CodeRebel, and let's get started. So our problem, let's move ahead. This is our problem statement of a Leetcode uh, count elements with maximum frequency. You are given an array nums consisting of a positive integer. Your task is to find out the return of a total frequency of element in nums such that all elements all have the maximum frequency. The frequency of an element is the number of occurrence that's element in the arrays. So let's move ahead. This is example number 1 and this is example number 2. Let's move for the next how to approach this problem. Initialize an order map. Initialize an order map. An order map. We have initialized for a frequency map. Frequency map. First of all, this is our number 1 approach for 1. And each of all the elements in the array. Each element of the array. Each element of the array. Of the array. First, initialize an order map. Second, initialize iterate through array nums and update the frequency. Iterate array nums update iterations and update the frequency map. Update frequency map. Frequency map. Third, find the maximum frequency by iterating through the frequency map. Find out the maximum frequency. And find out maximum frequency. Maximum frequency. And iterate through the frequency map. Iterate through frequency map. Frequency map. Number 4. Iterate through frequency map again and count the number of elements and with maximum frequency array. Iterate again and count the number of maximum frequency. Maximum frequency. And then we have to here number 5 step our return the total count of an element. Return the total count of element. Count of max element. Of max element frequency. Element frequency. Let's move ahead our intuition our part. Intuition behind it. First, the solution utilized for a frequency map affecting the occurrence of each element. First, our frequency map frequency map, store the occurrence of element, store occurrence of element, occurrence of element. Number one here, and second, updating the frequency map, update frequency, update frequency map, obtain and each element of occurrence, each element occur. And third, maximum frequency of the domain. And the second iteration is performed for the count of performance of these elements with the maximum frequency. Let's take an example. Example number one. Our nums is equals to 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 4. This is our nums, and how to explain this and create a frequency map that occurrence of each element. First, create a frequency map, a frequency map here. A frequency map 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, ratio 1. Find the maximum frequency, which is to create a frequency map, and second, a maximum frequency, which is to iterate through the iterate through frequency array, iterate through frequency array map, and to count the element, to count the maximum element, to count the maximum element, which is initialize. How to initialize here? Elements which is frequency is 2, and count our 2 for element, 1 plus 2 for element 2, for element element 2. Here our output is here 4, so our return is a total count, which is 4. So our output is total count is count is 4. Let's move ahead another example. This is nums, this is nums 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our output is 5. So first we have number one approach here. Initialize a frequency map, store occurrence of these element, store occurrence of each element, each element. Here our frequency 1, 1, here 2, 1, 2 ratio 1, here 3 ratio 1, here 4 ratio 1, here 5 ratio 1, 5 ratio 1. This is our the frequency map frequency map. First we have a frequency map. Second, find maximum frequency, find maximum frequency. So our maximum frequency here, which is 1, because 1 is repeat for number of times. Second, we have find the maximum frequency. Or our number third is iterate through the frequency map. Iterate through the frequency map to count the number of maximum frequencies here. Elements with maximum frequency. Element with max frequency 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. These are the elements with the maximum frequency. And next we have moved for here count one. Count one for each element from +1, each element from +2, and each element for element 3, and 4 plus for element 4, and plus 4 element 5. We have add on +1. Here let's see count one for element 1, element 1 plus 1 for element 2, here 1 plus for count element 3, 1 plus 4 count element 4, here 1 plus 4 count element and 5. So our third approach iterate for a frequency map to count the elements of a maximum frequency. Number one, we have to move here we move. So we I remember that these 2 points. First element of the max element with maximum frequency. And second here count one. Each of the element we have here iterate for a count one, and here element with frequency and count one. Number third is here we have to remember it. And last one is here written for written the total number of the total number of count written the total number of counts, identify and counts of the elements with the maximum frequencies in the given arrays. Let's move ahead code in C++. So this is our code. This is our code. Initialize an order map to store the frequency of each element, and iterate. We have initialized here frequency map. Second, iterate the calculate of the frequency here. Find the maximum frequency here, and count the number of element with maximum frequency. If a pair dot second is equals to max frequency, so we have written here count plus pair second, and here we have to return hits the notification bells. So we are always in the loop. Connect with me on this CodeRebel YouTube channel. Until our next video, coding adventures, stay rebels, stay inspired. This is CodeRebel signing off. Take care.